Hello everybody, my name's Jonathan and welcome to Bearly Unboxed. Today we're back with a rainbow high, but make that shadow high because shadow high is back. So we have been without shadow high for over a year. Has it been over a year? It's been a year and a half, I think, since they rebooted. Since MGA rebooted the Rainbow High universe into this whole rainbow world with slime and glitter and all the pets and things, which honestly, I don't mind that. It's just the execution of it is a little, for a better term. But they are releasing a lot of dolls lately that people are actually getting excited for, like the Rainbow Shimmers, which I will get those as soon as I'm able to order them. There's also the new Sparkle and Shine dolls with the lava lamp type legs, which I'm also excited for because they're all new characters that we have never seen before. But the Shadow High dolls are available on the MGA store, as are the Junior High Rock Band dolls that just came out, and the Littles Fairies, which I am going to pick those up, but I'm going to wait until they show up in store, and I hope they do, because their face screenings can be wildly different. Their eyes can be too far apart because they don't have inset eyes. So anyway, total tangent there. Today we're looking at the new budget dolls of the Shadow High series. So these are Series 1, and it actually does say Series 1 up here. So these are basically budget versions of the Series 1 dolls that came out a few years ago. When these first were showing up, that's when I was really getting into Rainbow High. The Shadow High dolls sealed the deal for me. I bought Ash Silverstone, who's not included in this set. Neither is Nicole Steele for some reason. They only did 4 of the 6 dolls, so I don't know what that means. So this is Natasha Zima in her budget doll form. And this is the packaging. I love this packaging. It kind of has like the whole glitchiness to the like rainbow, which is really cool. And here's the back. My box is all scuffed up, unfortunately. But the artwork is really, really pretty. This is Darko Dark doing all the artwork for these. He's amazing. He does artwork for Monster High as well. You can find him on Instagram. If I remember, I'll put a link to him. If you're interested. So this says the students of Shadow High always let their true colors shine. Kind of a oxymoron, really, because they have the absence of color. So this is Natasha Zima. We also have Heather Grayson. This is probably the standout doll in this series of budget Shadow High dolls for me. Now, it does have their names on the side, which you saw when the video first started, and it's all holographic. Here's her artwork on the back. It says the same things. Oh, and I didn't show the barcode, but here's Natasha Zima's barcode. Again, these are available in the MGA shop, at least in the States. I don't know if they're available anywhere else. I think other countries can get them in stores. I haven't seen these in stores here. We also have Shanelle Onyx. She was the first Shadow High doll I actually ever bought. Her outfit on her core doll, like the original doll, is amazing. Now, I am going to share photos at the end of the video of the budget doll next to their original fully articulated release doll. So if you want to see how they compare, I will share photos at the end. I would do it during the video, but I can't be bothered to get them out of my display. And it would just be a longer video, and I want this to be somewhat of a shorter video. Now, they all do come with shoes, but the shoes are not on their feet. They're packaged down in here, and then they come with a bag. And then here is her barcode. And then the last one we're looking at today, and I'm actually going to do this like this, and then we'll open them one by one. This is Luna Madison. This is Sunny Madison's sister. This doll is also a standout for me. I love this outfit she has. The bangs are just really well done on this one, and some of the purses that they come with, I think we've seen in other Rainbow High dolls, possibly. That one looks familiar to me. If you recognize this bag, leave a comment down below and let me know whose bag that was originally. And this is obviously a repaint. So there's her barcode. All right, so I do have the Sunny budget doll that just came out. And she's actually handy. She's like right here. So I can compare, I can show them together since they are twin sisters. I think that would be really cool. So the first doll we're going to unbox is Natasha Zima. So let me get her out of here and then we will take a look. And here is Natasha Zima right out of her packaging. The bag is held on her wrist with an elastic, and I'm actually just going to leave that on because otherwise she won't be able to hold the bag very well. The bags on these, because they don't have a long strap, you can't put it up over their shoulder. Honestly, if they had the elbow articulation, that would not be a problem. You could just put their arm up and they would hold it. If these had the knee and the elbow articulation, these would be, in my eyes, they would be 99% perfect. Give them that wrist articulation and the upper thigh, and then they'd be 100%. But I really wish they would just have released these with elbow and knee articulation. I'm sure it would have cost a little more, but they don't have earrings, so you're not paying for that. You're getting a pair of shoes, which these shoes do not stay on her feet very well, so they might fall off while we're reviewing her because they fell off getting her out of the packaging. There's very minimal hair gel in her hair, and her hair is super soft, so it's still the really nice nylon that we're used to seeing on Rainbow High dolls. Her face is gorgeous, and I really love the way they did her lips and her eyebrows, and she has her hair done up in like a high pony in the front, and then in the back it's just very wavy. It's really pretty. She has actually, let's see, I think this is all one piece. Yeah. So this top with the fur is all one piece, and it does Velcro in a couple places in the back, and then the skirt is separate as well, which is nice. I love it when they give you two separate pieces for the outfit. And then she has the head articulation that can go side to side, tilt, around. And then her shoulders, you can see here, they're on like that ball joint kind of joint that kind of goes up and down and spins around. And then they do have the hip articulation, so they can sit but not quite at a 90-degree angle, but you can tilt their head and then they don't look too weird. But yeah, this doll, her shoe just fell off. This doll is gorgeous. The thing I loved about the Shadow High dolls was that they all had a slight bit of color to their eyes. Some of them more so. And she has a slight blue tint to her eye. Love that. So, and some of them, like this one does have glitter on the eyeshadow. You can see it. It's very simple, and I love that. And then, at the end of the video, you'll see the comparison between the two, between her original doll. The outfits are like kind of an homage to their original outfit and slightly different, just to be more budget friendly, I'm guessing. She is losing a little bit of hair, but that happens with like every doll. every doll loses hair. It just happens. I do have some doll stands, but she seems to be standing on her own for now, so maybe we won't need those. So I am going to leave her box here, and then we will stand her in front of it. Maybe she isn't cooperating. Okay, I am going to need a doll stand. Now, these are doll stands that I get on Amazon, and they work really well for Monster High dolls, especially. They kind of have the waist, a waist clip that works really well for Monster High dolls, especially G1 Monster High dolls. Just leave that open over here. And this is what they look like. Sometimes the poles are a little crooked. And that bums me out because they lean forward a lot more so than leaning backward. This one leans backward a bit. So that works really well for dolls. These do stretch a bit. I've never had one break. So knock on whatever this is. This isn't wood. But yeah, so far I haven't had any of these break. And there is Natasha Zima looking fabulous on her doll stand. All right, so the next one we are going to look at is Heather Grayson. I love Heather Grayson. I have an extra one of her that I am going to be customizing coming up for Halloween. I'm hoping to have it done for Halloween. Going to turn her into a version of Harley Quinn to go along with my Poison Ivy custom that I made last year. I used Shadow High Harley Limestone to make her, and I can put a link to that video if you want to see it. It's one of my favorite customs that I've ever done, and it was a lot of fun and very challenging at times to dye her hair remotely red like you see in the photos and everything. But anyway, we're gonna get her out of her packaging and take a look at her. Here is Heather Grayson out of her packaging. Her hair is perfectly symmetrical. It looks amazing. She does have hair gel in her little tendrils, and really not much in this part. It is on the sides a bit, probably because it was touching the tendrils or something. She does have a bag, and I lost it. Where did her bag go? All right, I dropped her bag on the floor. So her bag is the only one that has a shoulder strap. So I undid it from the elastic just so we could put it on her shoulder, and then it fell off at some point. So yeah, so she can hold her bag without an elastic, which is actually not too bad. I like that. Her hair is the same as her original doll, but she doesn't have the metal rings in her braids right here, which is fine because those they were just plastic. They looked like little metal rings, but they were plastic, gray, shiny kind of plastic, and they would fall out. But you could just put them right back in because they weren't a closed ring. They had a little spot you could clip it in, basically. And then she has the gray, which is awesome because her name is Heather Grayson. Her face is absolutely perfect. Look at the little upturns on the smile and her eyebrows. And then she also has the glitter, and the glitter is on her eyebrows, it's on her lips, and it's on her eyeshadow. It's very sparkly. She has this snake skin dress. Now this is all one piece, so unfortunately she just has a one piece dress that velcros in the back. She has these recolored version of her original boots that have the snake around the heel. I really like these gray scale boots. They look really cool. Her bag does say shadow on it, and you can actually put something in that if you had something, but she doesn't come with any other accessories. So I love the dress. I love this very simple dress. It just looks great. So let's give her a stand. She has all the same articulation as Natasha, so we don't need to go through that every time. I'm going to get some stands ready for the other two dolls. When you're putting these stands on around clothing, just be very gentle because you don't want to ruin the clothes. So, all right, let me give her her bag. And then we'll pop this back here. Okay, she does not want to hold her bag. So this stand is a little crooked, but that's okay. Okay, I actually got her to hold her bag with her hand. Can you believe it? All right, and we have a couple other stands ready for the other two. So next we're going to look at Shanelle Onyx. And again, I love her original release. It's probably one of my favorite Shadow High dolls because of her dress alone. She also came with like a big bow in her hair, which it does show in the artwork, but this doll does not come with that. So it's kind of interesting that they pretty much used the same artwork from the original release dolls and altered them a little bit, but they did not take her bow out, I guess. So, all right, so let's get her out of here and take a look at her. Here is Shanelle Onyx out of her packaging. She looks gorgeous out of her packaging. She has like such a dark complexion, and the lighting in here, it's sunny out, and it's kind of making her look brown when I hold her up to the camera. You can kind of see that. It's kind of interesting. She has glitter on her face too. I don't know if that's by design or if it was just part of her makeup, but it looks like it's by design. It's all over her face, front of her face. She has two-piece outfit. So she has this black puffy skirt and then this little blouse with like faux leather that matches. It's so cool. It's like a houndstooth pattern. Her hair has very little hair gel in it. You can see it looks really nice. She does have that white streak, which is awesome, and there's even some gray in there. And they matched up her baby hairs. They painted them to go with that hair. I love that. She comes with a bag that looks like this. It does have an opening in it, so you could put something in there. And it even has paint detail on both sides. The rings are painted. That is something you don't see a lot of, painted detail on both sides of a purse like that. Her shoes, though, are all one color. They're very black, so they kind of blend in with her skin tone. Like, I almost want to trade her shoes with Heather Grayson's, but then Heather's have a snake on it, so it wouldn't really match her. And I love her eyes. They're slightly purple. They have a little bit of purple and then like lavender. She's really pretty. I love her. She's probably one of my favorite Rainbow High dolls just because of how striking she is. All right. So I like it when they have a two-piece outfit because it's easier to put the stand on because you can put it between the outfit pieces just directly around their waist. And these stands do work for Rainbow High. I am honestly surprised because Rainbow High tend to be a little thicker, but they still work great. So there is Shanelle. Are we going to be able to get them all in camera? All right. And then lastly, we have Miss Luna Madison, whose face is just absolutely gorgeous in this version. She also has slightly violet purple eyes. So, all right, so let's get her out of here and take a look at her. Here is Miss Luna Madison out of her packaging. She's really gorgeous. Now, she does have quite a bit of hair gel in the fronts of her hair. In this, I kind of crushed up. I guess for a better term, I like kind of finger brushed the gel right here so these would lay a little closer to her face because they were kind of sticking out. But she's really gorgeous. She also has a one-piece outfit that's Velcro in the back, and it's very similar to her original outfit, but then it has kind of this like extra black shadow high printed material in the middle. It's really cool. Her bag is the one that looks familiar to me. It does open in the top, but only slightly. And then she has these shoes, which are, all the shoes are basically just a repaint or just molded in a different color of plastic than their original shoes. These look a little cheap just because this just is that shiny plastic silver that's not like as shiny as her dress. So it kind of, I feel like if these were as shiny as her dress, that would look really cool. She's really pretty though. I absolutely love her. Yeah. So let's see. Let's give her a stand, and then we will pull Luna over here. Or, sorry, Sunny, to compare to Luna. This stand might be a little difficult to get around her dress, just because it's a very thick dress. I don't want to break these. I've never had one break. I said that earlier. Okay. There she is. Now, her face, you can't see her eyeshadow very well because of her bangs. Her bangs are so perfect, I don't want to mess them up. But there is glitter eyeshadow on her as well. Nothing on her lips, although her lips are like a kind of a shiny black. It's gorgeous. All right, so let me grab Sunny. Here is the newer Sunny budget doll that came out from the My Fashion Style, I think it was called. I did videos on those. If you want to see the video with Sunny and Violet together, I have a video that you can click on. There will be a link to it. But this is the two twins. They're twins in the Rainbow High universe. I don't know how that works with Luna being all grayscale and Sunny being so cheerful, but I love it. It's like, you know, night and day, sun and moon. But these are the two dolls. Now, I absolutely love how they look together. I think because she has the really shiny skirt. And now I'm like, is this the right skirt? Because in my video, I swapped Sunny's skirt with Violet's. And I think this is still Violet's skirt. Let me check that. All right, I have my Violet doll. This is the way their outfits came in their box. The thing that confused me, because even then, is I felt like this yellow... the yellow shorts went way better with Sunny, and I feel like this skirt goes way better with Violet. So I still thought I had their outfits swapped, but I don't. I really need to redo her hair. It is a mess. But anyway, those are the two sisters next to each other, and I think they look perfect together. All right, so let me put her off to the side, and we will look at all four dolls together. Let me get it all in frame. All right, so I actually said that backwards about these stands. If the stand is leaning back, that's when I hate it. I like it when it's leaning forward because then they stand up a lot better with these stands. These stands are pretty cheap though. They're like, I think they're like $5 to $10 a box. I think it's like $5. I want to say it's like $5 a box. So it's not a bad deal. And you get like how many? I don't know if it says on here. Yeah, you get 10. You get 10 per box. So I will put a link to those stands down below if you're interested. They're a lot cheaper than some of the other doll stands that you can get. So there are all 4 of the dolls. You'll have to tell me down in the comments which one is your favorite. Even tell me which one is your least favorite, or tell me if you think the original design was better. Some of these newer designs I really appreciate. I really like Luna's new design, and I really like this simplified version of Heather Grayson. She just looks really, really pretty. So, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these with me today. I had a lot of fun opening them up, sharing them with you all. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. That way you get notified every time I put up a video. And use the subscription tab to keep track of all my videos. I do videos every week, sometimes multiple videos, so you might miss some. So check that subscription tab. Like the video if you liked it, please. Thank you very much. Also, love hearing your comments. I know I already said that, but definitely leave a comment. I love hearing what you all have to say. Tell me a future or a current Rainbow High doll release that you're really looking forward to, or tell me one that you got recently that you really like. I would love to hear that too. I will probably not wash a lot of their hair because it looks so nice the way it is, but I might wash Luna's because it just has a lot of hair gel in it, but that probably will be after the video, so I won't show that in the video. But yeah, check out my other Rainbow High, Shadow High videos. I will put the playlist down below. There's also links that you can click. There's one that says join, and you can learn about my membership. Also, I sell things on eBay. Check my eBay link down below for possibly Rainbow High dolls will be on there, and all kinds of other stuff. So whatever you're into collecting, I might have it. All right, well, thank you guys so much again for watching. Take care out there. Love you guys. Bye.